Hi guys, and welcome back to the session of Introduction to Java Servlet. In today's session, you will learn a very interesting topic, that is how to configure Gndi data source to connect Java Servlet with MySQL database. So let's begin. So these are the steps. So let us begin with the step 1. Create database and data table in MySQL. So to create database and data table, you will open MySQL workbench, and inside it you will write all these queries. So you will select all queries and click on run. So your queries has been successfully executed. So let's see database is created or not. So you can see here, this is your navigator window. Here is some predefined database. So let us click on this refresh button, and you can see skill++ database has been created. You will highlight this. Inside it we have tables, and inside table you will find a user data table that contains two columns, name and email. So your user table has been created. So let's see the data is inserted or not. So you will highlight user, right click and select rows. So you can see here in this table the data has been inserted. So that is your step 1. Let us move to step 2. So step 2 is download and configure MySQL Java connector. So you can download MySQL Java connector using this link, and here you can find Java connector for different operating systems. So I am using Microsoft Windows, so I am selecting platform independent. So once you select platform independent, you will see we have two choices. First is you can download tar archive file, or you can download zip archive file. You can download any one. So I will recommend you to download the second one, that is zip archive. Click on download. So your file will be downloaded and will save in your computer. You will click on OK. So your file will be downloaded and will be saved in your computer. This one. So let's see this zip file. So this is your downloaded MySQL connector zip file. You will right click on it and you will extract this file into the folder MySQL connector. So here you can see, once you open this MySQL connector folder, so you will find a jar file, that is MySQL connector Java file. So what will you do? Right click on it and you will copy this file and move to Eclipse IDE. Here you can see, in order to save our time, I already created a dynamic project, that is skill++. Inside it you will find web content folder, and inside web.inf you will find a library folder. So you need to paste your Java file inside library. So right click on it and paste. So you can see, once you expand it, your MySQL connector has been copied inside library folder. What is the next step? Next step is you will right click on it and you will go to build path and add to build path. So once you add this connector to your project build path, you can see there is a folder, this one, reference library has been created, and inside it you will see this MySQL connector has been connected with your project build path. So this is how to download MySQL connector and add to project build path. So what is the next step? Step 3. Step 3 is configure Gndi context.xml file in your web application. So how to create context.xml file? So context.xml file will be created inside meta.inf folder. So you will highlight this folder, right click on it, go to new, and you need to add XML file. So you will click on other, and here you can search XML. So here you will see this one. This is your XML file. You will select it go to next, and here you will rename it, and the name will be context.xml file. Go to next and finish it. So you can see this context.xml file will be created inside meta.inf folder, this one. Now what is the content of context.xml file? Let's move to the next. Now you will move to this jcodebook.com, and inside this search box you will search Jndi and click on enter. So once you search Jndi, it will search your Jndi configuration file, and you can see what will be the content of Jndi context.xml file. So here is the search result for Jndi, and you can read this block. You will click on it and you will see what is the result. So here you can see all the steps for this. Here this is the file, that is context.xml. So what will you do? You will copy this file context.xml and you will move to this content inside this file here. So let me explain what is this context.xml file. So this is Jndi context.xml file. So what is Jndi? Jndi is Java naming and directory interface, which contains a connection pool for all databases. So here what is the meaning of all the attributes? So here you can see the attribute. This is the name. It is the name of resource. Next is auth. Auth means it provides authentication mechanism for application code. It can be application or container. Next is type. Type contains the fully qualified name of your SQL file, that is data source. Next is max active. What is max active? It is the maximum number of database connection in the pool. Next is max idle. What is it? It is maximum number of idle database connection to retain a pool. Next is max wait, and here the maximum waiting time is for 10 seconds. Next is username and password. So this is the username and password for MySQL. Next is your driver class name. So driver class name is this one, and you can find the driver class name. So you can find the driver class name inside your MySQL connector. You can expand it, and inside it you will see this one, com.mysql.cj.jdbc. You will expand it. Inside it you will find a driver class. So you can copy it. You will right click on it and you can see copy qualified name. You will copy and you will paste here, this one, in place of this. So this is exact. So there is no need to write driver.class. So this is your driver class name, com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver. Next is what is the URL? URL is, this is the host name and this is the port number for your MySQL, and this is your database name. So you can see inside your here, if you will go database and manage connection, so you will see this is your host name, this is your port number, and this is your username. So this is your context.xml Jndi file. So by creating this, it will create a database connection pool, and that has an advantage. Many users can directly connect and load this file and can connect with the database. So that was your step 3. Now what is the step 4? Step 4 is you will create a servlet class. So to create a servlet class, you will highlight Java resource folder, you will go to new and create a servlet. So here you can write your class name. So I am using ServletJNDIDemo, and here you can use a Java package name. So I am using skill plus plus. So this is your package name. Go to next. Next, you can uncheck do post and constructor because we don't want it. Click on finish, and you can see your default servlet file is created. Now I will remove these comment and get rid of all these things and stuff. This is not required. Now first you need to load your context.xml file. So how to load it? So you will use here resource annotation. So you will write here resource annotation. You will use name is equal. Here you will write your resource name. So resource name is nothing but it is your name which is defined inside your context.xml file, that is jdbc/my project. You will copy it and you will write here. So this is your resource name and your file, that is context.xml, is included, and you will fix this red marker using this one. After this, what will you do? You will create a data source object, that is private data source, and you will create an object of data source, this one. So this data source object has been created. You will import the package. It is defined inside javax.sql. So now these two lines you will write, and inside do get method you will write all the steps for database connectivity. So let me just pause the video and write all the steps. So these are the steps. You will first initialize all connections. Then you will use connection con is equal data source dot get connection. So using this object data source dot get connection, your connection has been established. Now you will create a statement object and you will execute your query select star from user. So user is your data table, and using or inside while loop you will use rs.nextInt and you will print your name and email. So your program is completed. You will save it. Now the time to run your application. Go to run as, run on server. You will save this file, go to next, select your project and finish it. Now you will see you will fetch your data from the database. Your program is deploying, and here you can see the output, that is name is James and james@gmail.com. So this is the way how to create a Gndi context.xml file to create a database connection pool. So I hope you understand and you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next session by an interesting video. Bye bye. Have a good day.